If your GoDaddy website is showing a 500 internal server error, don't worry. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 3 of the most common fixes step by step so you can get your site back online as quickly as possible. This issue is often caused by a broken htaccess file, a plugin conflict, or not enough PHP memory. And the good news is that each of these can usually be checked in just a few minutes. If this video helps, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more simple website troubleshooting tutorials. Let's get started. First, we're going to check the htaccess file, because this is one of the most common causes of a 500 error on WordPress sites hosted with GoDaddy. To do this, you need to access your website files, either through FTP or through the file manager inside cpanel. Once you're in your site's root folder, look for the file named htaccess. This file controls important rewrite rules for your website, and if it becomes corrupted, your site can stop loading properly. Rename the file from htaccess to htaccess_old. This does not delete it, it simply disables it so you can test whether that file is the problem. After renaming it, refresh your website and check if the error disappears. If the site loads normally, then the issue was likely caused by a bad htaccess configuration. If the error is still there, the next step is to deactivate your plugins. A plugin conflict can easily trigger a 500 internal server error, especially if a plugin was recently updated or installed. If you cannot access your WordPress admin dashboard, the easiest way to disable all plugins at once is by using File Manager or FTP again. Go to the WP content folder and find the plugins folder. Rename that folder from plugins to plugins_old. This effectively disables every plugin on the site without deleting anything. Once that is done, go back to your website and refresh it again. If your site starts working after renaming the plugin folder, then one of your plugins is most likely causing the problem. At that point, you can rename the folder back to plugins and re-enable each plugin one by one until you find the one responsible. If neither of those steps fixes the issue, the next thing to try is increasing the PHP memory limit. Sometimes a WordPress site needs more memory to run properly, especially if you have a lot of plugins, a larger theme, or heavy site activity. To increase the memory limit, open your wp-config.php file in the root directory of your WordPress installation. Inside that file, add the following line of code. Define WP memory limit 256 M. Make sure you place it in the correct area of the file, usually before the line that says, "That's all, stop editing, happy publishing." After saving the file, refresh your site again and see if the 500 error is gone. In many cases, increasing the PHP memory limit gives WordPress enough resources to load properly. Now, after trying these 3 fixes, your website should either be working again or at least giving you a clearer clue about what is causing the issue. If the htaccess rename worked, you may need to regenerate your permalinks later. If the plugin folder was the problem, you can narrow it down to the exact plugin causing the conflict. And if increasing memory helped, you may want to keep an eye on your site's resource usage going forward. The most important thing is to work through these steps one at a time so you can identify the exact cause instead of guessing. That way, you're not just fixing the error, you're understanding what triggered it in the first place. If this tutorial saved you time, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more website repair and WordPress troubleshooting tutorials. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.